I've been to Australia, all over the world. Well, not all over, but almost. And I'm getting ready to travel to the UK. So basically what I am is, not only do I write books, I write children's and adult books. And I have one series that's on Amazon. It's called J Book Series. It's about anti-bullying. And then I do Jordan and Jane book series, which teaches you about your community. Teaches you how to better work with each other than to work against each other. It teaches you how to open your heart to others so that you can live a life of caring and love towards each other. And hopefully it will teach nonviolence. That's my hope. And also about disabilities. Now, I have cerebral palsy. I was born with it, lack of oxygen at birth. My childhood was a very bad childhood. I grew up abused, foster homes, 2 adoption homes. One failed, the other one not as good as the other one. But I had lots of reasons why not to be in school. But I didn't give up. At a young age, I got abandoned at 4.5 years old after being set on fire. And then I went from one foster home to a failed adoption. And then from there, I went to another foster home, and I went and got adopted again. And unfortunately, it didn't really work out really well. So I became emancipated. So when I was in high school here, I ran away for 6 months, which I don't recommend at all. But I ran away, and I realized that I want to go back to school. I want to finish with what I need to finish. I didn't want to be a quitter. I'm the child of 12 kids, and 10 of us are girls, 2 boys. And I didn't want it to be the one that was a dropout like most of the other ones were. Not all of them, but most of them. I wanted to be the first child that graduated from high school. So with that, I decided to go back to school. But previously, before I ran away, I was involved in cross-country. Cross-country running here during high school. And I was involved in journalism. So I loved to write. Writing was my escape. It was my passion, along with children. And I volunteered all over. I used to volunteer at the homeless shelter. I used to volunteer at Camp High Hill. Anywhere I can volunteer that seemed to, be my way of escaping and also enjoying being where I was at. So these are one of the manuscripts that I have that I'd show you. You guys are welcome to look at it. But this is one of them. This is one of my very first books that I wrote. And this lady here all started it all. She's an actress. I don't know if you guys know her. Her name's Jane Seymour. She was in Wedding Crashers, Freeloaders, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, bunch of movies. But she still is my mentor. And I go by her concept, which is when you open your heart, it'll always stay open. And our mission, which I have a mission named Charlotte's Mission, and not only do I also go by her theory, is I also go by my theory, which is not only do you open the heart, but you have to heal our heart. People like me, kids like me, that go through the system, don't know how to handle things, and we act out sometimes we do silly things. Sometimes we don't want to talk to people because we don't know how to tell them what's going on because we're afraid to open our mouth. So this is what we do. We go around, we talk to high schoolers, encourage them to stay in school. If I see somebody in a high school that I think has been just struggling for a while and really doing really good and had a hard time in life, we like to go in and give them awards. We also offer scholarships to high schoolers in 12th grade. if we feel like they've really changed their life around, they're helping their community out, we like to reach out to them and give them a scholarship. This is what we're about. We want to help the next generation not go through hardship like I did growing up. If you go on my site, it's Charlotte's Mission, all plural, Charlotte's Mission, lowercase, .org. It'll tell a lot about what I do with my travels and where I go. I'm going to the UK to visit orphanages where kids don't have homes. And some of them live some babies are 6 in a crib. You know, some places, you know, it's crowded because there's so many of them. But Los Angeles also has a lot of foster kids, so we help out here too. So we do the U.S. and we do outside the U.S. now. And this is who I am. It's what I do. I like to encourage high schoolers to stay in school. Don't give up, no matter how hard the challenge is. There's always a way to get around it. I became emancipated, as I said, and I finished high school working 55 hours a week and continuing my classes here, you know, and then I went to Wilson, which I was here for a year and a half, and I went to Wilson. And then, so basically, you know, I had no choice. If I wanted to stay on my own, I was going to have to work. And I was going to have to make it hard sacrifices. I couldn't go out and have fun with my friends. I couldn't party like some kids do. I had responsibility. If I don't pay my rent, I have nowhere to live. And then I have to go back to where I don't want to go. So my choice was I better finish school like I'm supposed to. And 2, I better go to work during my living. So I had a hard time growing up, but I don't regret it because I got a lot of rewards along the way. My reward was I went to college. I'm the first one in my family to have finished and got a degree in college. I'm an author. I've met, you know, celebrities and different people that inspire me to continue doing what I do. I go out and I feed the homeless families every other week. Every other week I go foster care facilities where kids live in it because they can't place them in homes because there's not enough homes. So we bring them treats and pizza and drinks. We go to high schools and we deliver awards and gift cards. And if I find somebody in there that I think really needs to be appraised, then I offer them a scholarship. So basically, what I'm about is encouraging our next generation to never give up on hope. There's always a way around it. And I always say quitting is not an option. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I travel around the world myself, and my husband stays home while she's our youngest, 15. And, you know, I do what I think needs to be done. And, you know, he agrees with me and supports me 100%. I have 2 children and 4 stepchildren. And my youngest is 15. And they're all successful. So I know I'm doing something right. So the thing is you can use your past as an excuse, and you can use it as a reason to push yourself to do something for the betterment of yourself instead of using it as an excuse. So that's what I'm here today, is to encourage you guys that, you know, things can be done as long as you're determined. I have done it. I own my own business for many years. I still write books. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more books coming out. They'll be out, well, 2 or 3 of them within this next month, and then the others soon to follow after. They're in editing. But, you know, if you have a passion, go for it. Even if somebody tells you you can't do it, if you think you can, try it. It doesn't hurt to try. Because if you don't try it, how are you gonna know you ever, can do it? So if somebody tells you to quit because it's not worth your time, don't listen to them. If you think it's something that you really, really are interested in, and you think it's worthwhile, do it. Because I was told I couldn't do a lot of things. I don't listen, hard-headed, but I do it. I have cerebral palsy. Just because I have cerebral palsy doesn't mean I'm going to stop. That doesn't give me an excuse. The older I get, the worse my legs get. Is that going to stop me? No. Because I'm determined, and that's the way you should be. So I encourage you, children, anything that you can follow your heart with, open your hearts. If you know somebody that's actually hurting and needs a little listening ear, give it to them. If you see somebody homeless, you have an extra water, give it to them. Volunteer for your community. We're always looking for volunteers, so if you guys ever want to, and I know that you live in Long Beach, we can pick you up. We deliver lunches every other weekend, and then we deliver to foster homes, and we're always looking for volunteers. And not only that, it's good for your college. So that's what we teach our 15-year-olds, that it's something good. You're doing not only helping your community, but you're also doing something that'll help you as far as getting into a college that you want. Because it's working for your community. The college thinks it's a great thing, and so does your community. And it doesn't take one person to do this. As I say, it takes a whole community for us to solve this problem. So with everybody that pitches in house, we can get further in life. So that's who I am. I wasn't going to go into the sad part of childhood because I think that's not appropriate. But I am a survivor, but I don't consider myself a survivor. I consider myself a warrior, which means I fought, I won, and I beat it. So you can't get any better than that. And
I can't clap.
And I have cards here if you guys want to check them out. And make sure you write on the back of it, charlottesmission.org. If you guys want to volunteer, there's little things that you can click on and fill it out. And it goes directly to my email. And I'll contact you. If you guys have any issues that you want to talk about, it's on there. If you are in need of something, fill it out. If you're in need of scholarships, whatever, fill it out. That's what our mission's about. We're raising money. We're going to be in September in Los Angeles doing at the Hollywood doing the walkathon, and there's going to be celebrities over there. So come join us the second week. I think it's September 8th. So there is an entry fee, but we'll veto it for you kids. So, because you kids are the future, and you need to go join us as well. But they're going to block off the whole area, and it's going to be a 2.5 mile walk. And if you guys want to join, come on. The more the merrier. So, but I encourage you to go on my website if there's something you need. If you want to volunteer or discuss something, we're there for you. This is what we're about. Not just outside the U.S., but inside the U.S. as well. So, have a good day, guys.
Thank you.